These are the world's most frightening and extreme railways. Here, a ride turns into an unforgettable adventure where fear and awe walk hand in hand. Buckle up and prepare for a journey along routes where even the bravest will feel a chill run down their spine. At first glance, a trip on the Argo Gede Railway feels like a dream. Lush tropics, a gentle breeze, sunlight filtering through the leaves. But as the train approaches the famous Shikakut Bridge, the idyll quickly turns to fear. A narrow strip of rails stretches over a deep gorge, trembling under the force of the wind. No railings, no safety systems, just you, the carriage, and the abyss below. Every sway of the train reminds passengers how thin the line between safety and disaster truly is. Even closing your eyes doesn't help. Your body can still feel the invisible pull of the void beneath. Locals see this bridge as a test of courage and say that only those who cross it with their eyes open have truly passed. Some routes reveal the beauty of the world, others make you believe in miracles. Tren Alas Nubes is one of the latter. The train slowly crawls upward as if climbing into the sky, and soon the surrounding landscape vanishes into a thick mist. Breathing becomes difficult. The thin air rings in your ears, and outside the windows stretch endless white clouds, laid out beneath the tracks. Sometimes it feels like the train has left the ground altogether, becoming a silent airship gliding among the heavens. But one glance downward sends your heart plummeting. Yawning chasms, bridges without railings, cliffs and gorges flash into view between swirls of fog. This journey is like a dance on the edge of the world, breathtaking and terrifying at the same time. Crossing the Pamban Bridge feels like participating in an ancient ritual, where every moment is filled with risk. On windy days, when the gusts are especially fierce, train drivers slow to a crawl to prevent the carriages from being blown off the bridge. Through the windows, mesmerizing views unfold. The endless expanse of ocean, crowned with foamy waves stretching to the horizon. But instead of peace, a sharp sense of vulnerability creeps in. This railway has a tragic history. In 1964, a giant wave washed away a train, taking dozens of lives. Even today, crossing the bridge feels like journeying over the very brink of an abyss. This railway cuts through the jungle not just with steel tracks, but with the memory of thousands of lost lives, built under unbearable conditions, hunger, disease, exhausting labor. Every meter of this route was paid for with blood and sweat. Today, when the train rumbles across thin bridges above rivers and scrapes through rocky passages, it feels as if the spirits of those who perished still wander nearby, silently watching every traveler. The narrow wooden planks under the rails creak under the weight of the train, a chilling reminder that nature does not forgive mistakes. The sense of instability grows with each kilometer, and every turn could be your last. Here, fear is a constant companion, and history seems etched into every sleeper, turning the trip into a journey through time and pain. This place seems torn straight from the wildest nightmares. Impossible twists, razor-sharp slopes, sheer cliff faces. The railway clings desperately to the mountainside where even goats might hesitate to tread. Like a gray snake, the train slowly crawls along a tiny ribbon of rails, high above a yawning abyss that drops hundreds of meters below. Passengers watch as the tracks vanish around sharp bends and reappear far beneath them, as if the road itself is playing tricks on their senses. Legends say that the devil himself tried to sabotage the construction, destroying everything built by human hands. Even on a bright sunny day, a strange unease hangs in the air, as if something beyond natural laws lurks just around the next corner. Traveling here is not just a challenge to your fear, but a test of fate itself. The landscapes here are so harsh and wild that the journey feels like traveling into a different era, a world where man was merely a tiny speck against the silent power of nature. The rails wind along sheer mountainsides, bridges hang above bottomless gorges, and tunnels cut through rocky ridges as if someone had slashed the granite with a knife. In the narrowest sections, it feels like the train is riding along the very edge of the world, balancing between life and the void. At every turn, your heart skips a beat. One small mistake, and the entire train would plunge into the abyss, taking dreams, lives, and destinies with it. This route, carved through snow, ice, and desperation, still commands respect for those who first dare to challenge and conquer nature's icy heart. Douai greets its visitors with silence and a strange sense of abandonment, as if even the earth itself has forgotten this place. The entrance to the tunnel looks like the gaping mouth of a giant beast that has swallowed all the sounds of the outside world. The descent into darkness feels endless. The stairs stretch downward into the gloom, the walls are damp and cold to the touch, and the faint light from sparse lamps flickers weakly in the heavy air. With each step, it feels as if time slows down, or disappears entirely. Occasionally, faint rustles or echoes of footsteps behind you make you turn around. Who knows what secrets this station hides? People joke that Douai is a place where you don't meet a train. You meet your own fears. And not everyone has the strength to make it to the end of this path. BAM is a journey through wild, untamed nature, where humanity remains merely a guest in the endless expanses of the taiga. Permafrost, impenetrable forests, rivers that can transform into roaring torrents overnight. Everything here speaks of nature's supremacy. For thousands of kilometers, there are no familiar comforts of civilization, only wind, forests, and silence, broken by the rhythmic clatter of wheels. Train drivers tell stories of trains trapped in snowdrifts for weeks, bridges destroyed by thawing permafrost, and the endless struggle to survive. To conquer BAM is to test the limits of your endurance and to realize that even today, there are places where humans remain small and vulnerable before the might of nature. Tazara seems to connect two worlds, one picturesque, sunlit, and full of lively villages, the other wild, dark, and dangerous. The train crosses massive bridges over roaring rivers and plunges into tropical forests where ancient trees loom over the tracks. Sometimes, herds of elephants or lions lazily watch the train pass by. But beneath the surface, beauty lies hidden danger. Washed-out sections, landslides, and tropical storms that can sweep away tracks in an instant. This railway is a symbol of both hope and tragedy, of a grand dream and a harsh reality, where every journey becomes a true adventure. Few places let you feel the breath of the planet as vividly as here, along the Aso-Minami line. The rumbling of trains merges with the deep groans of the earth below, and the ground often trembles beneath your feet. The surrounding mountains feel alive. They spew smoke, emit strange sounds, and the sky is frequently shrouded in thick, ashen mist. As soon as the train emerges from one tunnel, it is often greeted by clouds of gray smoke or the sharp smell of sulfur. Sometimes landslides or sudden eruptions block the tracks, reminding passengers that here, humans are merely guests. This is a journey on the edge of the elements, where every moment could turn into a struggle for survival.